today we're going to be putting this thing on the motor stand and tearing it apart. I really don't know the first thing about making videos, so I can't really cuss. That's a big downside. I don't know how long these videos are going to be, and I don't know the first thing about editing and whatnot, so we will figure it out together, I guess. First on the list, though, is getting this guy onto here, and then we can start tearing it down. And I got this block over here, which is bad. I can take all my main studs out of. Get on that thing, on there, get it ready for machine change. I'll put a picture on the screen. This thing's all ratchet strapped up because when I brought it home, obviously my truck is dead. This is what it's going in. I had it in the back of my car, so it was upside down like this. I just found a strap, hooked it up. It's pretty solid. Hopefully it don't fucking crush my foot. It's finally on there. Per usual with me, everything takes too long. I didn't have the right bolts, so we're making whatever work, and I'll go to the store and get new ones. One thing I noticed, this oil pump drive is stuck in the block. This motor's been out of a car since 1991, I think the guy said, so it's been out of a car longer than I've been alive. But it got pretty late now, I got work tomorrow, so I'm gonna let that soak overnight, and I'll be back. My hopeful plan with this is that PB blaster, get down in there. If it won't come out with my fingers, I can stick a Phillips in there and try twisting it. Or if all else fails, there's a hole down here. I can pound it through the top. For the night, though, I will park it next to my other block, and tomorrow morning I will tear it apart. It's been overnight. It's actually been like a day and a half. I had some stuff to do last night when I got off work. I don't have very long today. I work nights. My time is coming, so I'm gonna try to get this out, and then maybe I can flip it over, get some freeze plugs out, and then tomorrow morning, I'll start taking the main caps out and get the crank out and whatnot. First thing I'm going to try to do, though, to get this thing out of there is just stick a pry bar in there. Hopefully without breaking anything, it'll move. If not, I might have to twist it out. Gonna hit it with a little more PB, though, and hopefully it just comes out of there. It'd be a real bitch if it don't. Sorry, I keep forgetting I can't. Fuck us. You look in there, it moved a little bit. I'm gonna try to keep seeing if I can get it to come up. I don't want to bend it. I don't want to break the block. It scares me. Don't mind my Harbor Freight screwdrivers. They do the job. And I might. Okay, now it's turning. Maybe I can set the camera up and pry and turn. Weird camera angles for this guy, but hopefully I can get this under there and pry it up and out. It's really, really stuck. There we go. Well, at least that came out of there super gunked up. Look at the distributor, hold down back on there so I don't lose it. It's always nice to have another. I have one more, but the truck has been down for so long, I don't know where it's at, actually. It might be in the truck. It might be on the shelf. I don't really know. Okay, now, though, we can flip it over, start knocking out all these freeze plugs, and then maybe if I have time today, I'll take a punch and I'll number each of these main caps so they don't get flopped around. Getting freeze plugs out, these little dudes, out of a vehicle is pretty easy. Take a dead blow, any screwdriver, and have some vice grips on standby. Just give it a good. Now that one fell in the block with some vice grips. You can grab it, pull it out. Now, though, all these guys are in here. If they put up a fight, you know, you can do maybe roll them over, but they came out pretty not bad. That one just fell in there. I might have to spin it over to get it to come back out. But if they go in, it's not too big of a deal, though, eventually. come back out. I don't want to hit it and my phone falls. I gotta test it. Just have a chintzy little tripod on there, so hopefully I don't break it. Just same thing right there. Sometimes you punch a hole in them, but then you can just move it. Just like that. And once again, you can just come in here, vice grips, grab it. They'll come out eventually. Just drop them on the floor for now. This one fell in there again, so I'll have to get needle nose, just like that one, and get it out of there. But other than that, they're pretty not bad. For obvious reasons, I won't show getting those out of there because it'll be a big pain in my ass. Next on my list, I'll go get my punch with numbers on it and label them 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the main caps. That way, when you take them off and they float around your shop or whatever, when you go to put them back on, you don't mix them up. Obviously, if you mix them up, it'll unevenly wear, your thrust will be off. You know, there's so many things can happen when you mix them up. Okay, I don't have much tall enough to show this, but if you come here, you got your little die set. You can grab the number 1. Might be backwards on camera. Take your number 1 right here, wherever you want, really, and just give it a good. Don't hit your fingers, and then it's small, hard to see, but now you got a number 1 right there. And then you can just go through and do that all. It just helps in the rebuilding process. Don't be like me, use some vice grips. I just crushed the hell out of my finger. A little hard to see on camera, but you can tell. There's a 1, a 2, a sloppy 3, a 4 right there. And I'm not going to label 5 because that's, you know, the only end man. Okay, now for probably the quickest part of it all. It's going to be the actual disassembly of the lower end of this 360. And real speedy. I'm not going to save any of these because I have a full rotating assembly sitting on my bedroom floor. Simply going to pop the caps off, drop the pistons into that box. They'll go into the scrap bin. And that's that. It's going to be as simple as... Little guy apparently couldn't do it, so I brought out the big one. And yeah, I'm using chrome sockets on an impact. Just drop it right there. Let's do it again for this guy. Great way to get these rod caps off. Take your $100 work-sponsored hammer and just... It should... Okay, I had a camera malfunction there. I don't know what happened, but you can just whack them off. They should come off just like that. Now, normally, you'd want to keep these guys in the same order if you're going to reuse it. Me, I don't care. They're going in the scrap. This motor wasn't in horrible shape, actually. A little old. But they can just go right down there. And then I will rinse and repeat for all that. Before I keep going with that time lapse, actually, I'm just going to show you how to get these pistons out. It's super straightforward. Just, if you don't care about the crank, you can be a little rough with them. If you care about the crank, try to avoid these hitting the journals. But they should. These haven't moved in a while. I'm going to have to rotate the crank. Okay, we'll do this one. Got you on the other side so you can see it. Just take your hammer down here and you should be able to... Doesn't want to though. Things have been in there a long time. Just keep... They'll come out eventually. Motor's a little crusted up. But... You can see here. Piston came out. Looks, I mean, okay. It's a stock motor. But there's nothing too horribly wrong with them. But I don't care about them, so... No. Wait. And there they go. And I will get everything else done. I'm very, very impressed. This came out of a car in 91. It was built in 78. It's never been apart. 74, excuse me. It was built in 74. It is immaculate. It's been sitting under a bench for, I can't do the math. What is that? Almost 30 years? Spins great. It spins like you just assembled it. The crank is good. Might need a slight polish. It's been sitting for a while. I'm going to throw those away. If anybody wants that crank, it's a stock stroke 360 crank. Hasn't been machined on. I'll keep it around for a little bit. I'll put it up on the shelf up there with my other Mopar parts right there. Keep it around for a little bit. If somebody wants it, just reach out. If you're local, I can get it to you. Now we got to get these main caps off. On one of the parts of this video, I already went through and numbered them. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Yeah, they're hard to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go find the socket for these. We can zip those off. There's nothing special about that. I'll keep those. Get the crank somewhere over there. And then put the caps back on. I don't know what parts to cut out of these videos. I don't know if people are just watching them to learn. I don't know if people are watching them all to eat, background noise. I don't know. So I'm going to leave this one in. 3/4 inch socket. Just should come out no problem. Now, normally I would keep these, but I have some ARP main bolts in that block. So these are going to go in the trash. Just like that. I'll throw them in the scrap bin. Gross. The oil in these things is disgusting. Trying to be quiet because it is, I think it's like 12:30 in the morning right now. But the Impact friend here is not quiet, so hope I'm not waking people up. I only got 6 more. Okay, hopefully I don't make any more noise tonight, huh? Okay, we can just take all these, throw them in that scrap bin. Okay, now I got to set something up to set these on so I don't mix match them. Jesus Christ. I know that you can hardly see this table right here, but I'm just going to put a rag right there, and I'll take them right off. Take my hammer, just give them a good, they'll come off. Nice, and eventually, there we go. See, it's probably a runnable motor if you cleaned it. They look pretty not bad. Try to keep them the orientation that they came off of there too, and then I can just 1 for 1 swap them back. Dink. It's a thrust bearing. It's seen better days. It probably was due for a rebuild. Yeah, that's why we're here. Damn it. That one's got a big old groove in it. Now for the rear man, this one's going to be a pain because of the seal. There it goes. Yeah, okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. It must have been leaking because it's remained as hard as a rock. Yeah. They should be rubber. They should bend, not Actually, I probably can't break it. It's so hard. Yeah. Yep. In the bin it goes. Okay. These cranks are heavy as all hell. I might just, if I can get it out of there. Oh, good Lord. I think these things weigh 74 pounds from factory. Whew. They're definitely not a light crank by any means. No, I think these weigh 71 because my new stroker crank weighs 68 point something, and it's £1.5 lighter. So yeah, I'm probably ballpark right. Now I'm just going to take all the bearings out of here, and then I'll put the caps back on, and I'll call it a night. And then tomorrow morning I'll come back out for the next part. I'll put the main studs into this block. It's hard to see though because it's night, but there the truck be. It's been sitting under cover, so at least it's somewhat saved, but hopefully I'll get it out soon. I still got all my tranny stuff to go through, so I'll make a video on that too. But it's cold out. I got no motivation lately. Got the motor in there, so I'll keep working on it. So for the last part of this video, I was having some headphone difficulties, so I just did a time lapse of all that I did. I put the main studs in, and then I torqued them off camera. So thanks for watching the video, guys. Enjoy the rest of it. Drop a follow, like it. Thanks.